Hi guys, welcome to Bite Size Excel. In this video we are going to take a quick look at workbook views and how these can help with managing your data in Excel. So in this simple example we have a stock list, and by default our Excel will come into the normal view. In this normal view you can play around with your grid lines, hiding them, hiding your headings, hiding your formula bar, but it's a pretty standard view which doesn't give you a particularly good idea of how your page might look when it's printed out. The second view that you might use is the page break preview. Now this gives you an idea of where your page breaks are. So in this instance, this dotted line here is basically saying that this is where my page will break, this will be page 1 and this will be on page 2. You can see this a bit easier in your page layout, so if we click on this you will see that if you were to print this out, your worksheet would print out over 2 different pages. So if we come back to the page break view, one of the ways we can fix this is just by, if you hover over the dotted line, you will see this little arrow appear. We hold on to that and drag it over to the edge. Now you will see that everything is noted as page 1. And when we come back to our page layout, you will see that this all now appears on one sheet. Now your page layout view is really useful when you're getting this worksheet ready to print out and you want to have a play around and see how it might look best. So if you set it to page layout view and go then to your page layout tab, you can have a play around and see how you can get it to look its best. So in this instance we have a long but quite short table and we might want our page to be landscape view. Changing that option means that our table is now in the top left hand corner of the page, but as you can see there's a lot of blank page there. So to fit our table to the full width of the page, we can just increase our scale until we find an option that suits. So now we have our worksheet on one page. You can also in here play around with your margins, potentially make them more narrow, in which case we may want to just increase the width of our table, and this will make it a lot more readable when we print it out. In your page layout view you can also have a play around with adding headers or footers to your table by just clicking in. You can also do this in your print options, but this is probably an easier way to visualize it. So now if we click on File and Print and Show Print Preview, you can see that our table is nicely fit onto one sheet. So that's a really quick introduction to some of the ways in which you can view your data. In most circumstances, you will be using the normal view, but when it comes to printing out, as I've said, the page break and page layout views can be really helpful. I hope that you found this introduction video useful, and I do look forward to seeing you on a future video.